The whole dance behind the scenes, luckily we just didn't even have to think about, thanks to Casey, so we were able to just focus, on creative stuff and directing wise, just making sure that the comedy was working and that the songs were the way we wanted them.
Where I was doing 2 jobs as director and choreographer, he was doing 2 jobs as a director and writer. So basically, I was doing the stage stuff and he was doing the writing stuff, but we were both the directing part is where we came together. So I would sort of get it on his feet, and then he'd come in and we'd talk about it together. And if there are things he felt like he was missing as a writer, he'd go talk to the actors about that.
For me, directing, and the reason I'm always just using myself and Matt or whatever as actors, is because I'm very good at big picture. I'm very good at the meta idea and the meta, seeing the whole thing. But Casey's very good at the little, making sure all the little things add up to that.
I look at Casey, and you can always see that moment when he first sat down in a theater and got the bug and was completely captured by what he was seeing, because he still has that.
One day he came back after we'd finally felt like we'd gotten the end of our story right, so that we'd really wrapped up the way we wanted to tell our story and sort of be finished with it. And he came backstage with his eyes red and with tears. I cried. It was so good. It was so good. So he's a really good cheerleader to have on your side, especially on those days where you're just exhausted and you can't see the forest for the trees.
There was one time we were in rehearsal, and I don't even remember what it was. We were about to do like Hell or something for like the 12th time, and he said, right before we were starting, he said, "You guys, isn't this so much fun that we're doing theater right now?" Like he had this moment where he turned into a 12-year-old back at the community theater that he worked at and was so grateful for being there. And that is so cool, to be working on a Broadway show and have your leader have that kind of mentality and that playfulness, and that give that everyone that comfort of being able to come to work every day to enjoy themselves and remember how they got there and why they started this in the first place.